Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. If you follow the channel and the reports from yesterday, we spoke at the end about that the moon is going to be joining Venus, but she's going to be T-squaring the knots. In astrology, when the moon is T-squaring the knots, we are going through a time and a process, particularly if a person has that towards the south and the north node. It is about skipping step in life. But we are seeing it today that the moon joining Venus is going to be T-squaring Mars, who is with the south node, and she's going to be doing it with the north. I'm sorry, she's going to be squaring Mars with the south node, and she's squaring the north node. So basically, she's moving from the future and going back into the past. I don't want this to happen. I don't like what it is. I don't want it. I want to go back into the old. And the lesson has not been learned from the old. While Mars is going to be disengaging from the south node at Virgo, and he's like, I gotta move from this past. I gotta move from this past situation. So we're gonna see how these feminine and masculine energies, they're gonna be some intensified, because people who have not forgotten the past, who has not moving from the past, they cannot go forward. But if you're scared from the future, what do? Right? You're going back to the past, to what you know, what is comfortable, what is okay. And this is going to be a very challenging moments, because you're not going to feel okay with the past, but you're not going to be feeling okay with the future we're going, because the things are very uncertain in there. So I will go ahead and going through the charts. Up here, we are going to be seeing it much that energies. Just don't forget about it that right now Mercury retrograde is 150 degrees with the North Node, and now we are revising these energies with the North Node in a very particular inner, specifically spiritual way, because those are the messages that come from the spirit towards us. You see, in a direct positions, we are going into forward, you know, what we're going to do. But when the planet turns a retrograde, we are turning, instead of going outward, turning back inwards. So with that inwards energy, we are going to be in the morning, and that's what the ascendant is going to be wanted from us, as we are going to be seeing the event horizon in the morning, right? That is where we are going to be going. But we're seeing that the moon and Venus, they are coming together, and that is that two squares between the past and the future, the dwelling from within. Should I go? Should I not? Should I make up my mind or not? And during the Mercury retrograde, the suggestion is in there, it is about you to observe yourself. What can you take in the past with you? What can you let go of the past within you? Can you overcome your fears of uncertainties, following your passions to go ahead and meet the future? Okay? So with those energies and the way that the planets is going to be spinning around, we are going to be seeing it a lot of changes in the next 6 months. In there, this is going to be some very much preparation times for us to embrace the new, to embrace the truth within our self. So the energy at the 8 o'clock in there to it. I'm not actually sunburned, William. I burned my face in an accident a long time ago. Just for you, kind of like in there, just so you know. All right, so we are going with that divine energies that it's going to be coming in with Pluto. We're seeing it when the Mercury is going to be coming in for it. Not a problem, William. I got used to this. Real good. Okay. The faster you let it go of certain things, the better it is. So the faster you let it go, you did not know, so it's all good. Okay, so let me go back into the report up here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Some of you is gonna get some a very kind of like interesting informations when you're at work. Okay, this is gonna be like, okay, now I can see clearly. Right now I can get this message within myself. This is gonna come from Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. That is gonna be point out the directions. Okay, but that is going to be about what you're going to do about the age of Aquarius. What is it, the end of this? That is going to be those energies in there that what we are doing it right now is going to be affecting the next generation, and then the next generation is going to affect the next generation, and so on and so on. And if we beginning to improve our belief system, our patterns for a better life, that's what is. But we need to facing what our ego. All right, so talking about this, at 9 o'clock, the energy is going to be pretty much calmed down, but at 10 o'clock, we are going to be facing Mars is coming out into the ascendant, the Venus and Mars standing between the midheaven, the inner work. That particular energies of this personal love and what I standing in the love between the past and the future, that duality, because we are in Pisces, we are in the Virgo and the Gemini's energies. This is going to be a lot of dualities in there. And are you going to take the things personally? Because see, the moon in Gemini in there today, they're going to be your best friend. Today, they're going to be. And if you tell them that they're not good at something, they're not great at something, instead of correcting it, what Gemini does, and the next day they don't even talk to you. Right? That duality isn't there. Right? If you go ahead and tell in the Pisces that they're not okay up here, they're just gonna go silent, and God bless your soul. Maybe gonna get some silent treatments in there. While with the Virgo, if you tell them that they're not okay, they're not organized, they're not going where they need to do, what are they doing? They bolt out. They just disappear. Okay, like the alien sticks them away. They go into a hermit mode. So, how are you gonna be handle this? Are you gonna be okay with within yourself to understand that this is not the right thing? Can you be facing that you need to talk differently within yourself? Okay, so those energies of talking differently within yourself, they're going to be messages from Mercury. So pay attention to certain things that going to come to you as a message. What those messages they will be. That energy at 11 o'clock is going to be increased. Also, there's going to be intensified, because right now we see at the midheaven it's right in the cusp between Gemini and Cancer. That is going to put some pressures of the ascendant, that it's between Virgo and Libra, and it's going to be putting a little bit more pressure into the cardinal signs and there. So with this, so I will be appreciate, guys, if you're not posting kind of like crazy messages that are not related to astrology. I would love if you're posting the right things in here. Okay. All right. 1 o'clock. That is going to be the authority. This is going to be helping us to figure things out. But currently, the authority is under the. I don't want to change. I don't want to be evolve. I don't want to go deep transformations. I want to be my way, right? We are going to feel in it that I want to be my way more and more this energy, because the sun is about to escape Cancer, but it's opposing Pluto and Aquarius, and it squares Chiron, right? My wounds, I don't want to feel them anymore. So I'm going to be escaping what was hurting me. I'm not going to do the work that I wanted to do. I'm going to be stubborn. I'm going to be just doing what I've done it in the past, right? So the visions and the clarities in there, it's going to be really come from Mercury retrograde in there, but we are going to be seeing it that there's going to be some visions that's going to comes in. Particularly, we're talking about the 2 o'clock. That is going to be coming from Neptune, Saturn with Uranus. That is going to be pointing at the first degrees of Scorpio. Look where? Look into the underworld, right? Thinking about it, that every tree has its shadow, right? Every tree has its shadow. You have a shadow. Have you ever looked into your shadow, right? The only time you look at it in the shadow when it's the light is what? Behind you. Because when the light is in front of you, the shadow stays behind you. And that's what the shadow, when it stays behind you, is pulling you up. Those are the things that you have not really looking more deep in there. One of the things can be very unconscious, subconscious in there too. And as we see in it, the energies within Lilith. Lilith is the mean Lilith that is currently at Scorpio. She is actually is going to be kind of like a preventing us to listen those messages from Mercury. She is squaring Mercury retrograde. But is the shadows going to be holding the key to what? She's going to be holding the key to our intuitions and love, right? What we are loving, what we are understanding. Maybe it's only related to only to our own self. Can we grow with this? Yes, Jupiter is going to be able to help. But most of the people is going to see this energy because currently Mercury is a retrograde, is very powerful. We are going to see these square effects within us. And that's what you are going to be feeling the energy. Would you be able to overcome? Would you do it? Would you face yourself, right? All right, keeping it going later on at 4 o'clock, the energy is going to be some very positive in a way. The inner work, though, is going to be getting very close with Mars. You're going to feel this intensity because in the next hour at 5 o'clock, between 4 and 5:30, in there, you're going to be feeling those intensity in there about skipping things. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to abandon it, right? This is like you have a bunch of trash and you don't want to throw it away. You don't want to go look at it. You just want to lift up the rug. You sweep everything underneath. You put the rug back and nobody knows nothing. What you actually do with some of the people, what they do is they take in things, they put it in their shadow and they keep it in there and they put some time, effort and energy to hide those things within. And every time that it's coming, it's like, hey, do you have this and this? Because you have that situations within you. You're like, I don't want to talk about it. You hear how he's skipping things. You hear how that skipping steps that you're going to feel in there, they're really what? Ruin your life in a way. Because you have to, sooner or later, you have to go through it. You can't just skip certain things, right? So this is on one way. It is about to the people who are runners in life. They're afraid of success. This is about the people who are afraid that the past can be repeated. This is going to be some kind of like a very beautiful moment to look at it within your ego, what you're afraid of, and how to get ahead in life. So it's in a way, it's very positive moments. At 6 o'clock, there's going to be a lot of challenges with this because the ascendant is going to be opposing the moon and Venus. We are going to be seeing it. If you're seeing the moon, you're going to be seeing Venus very close to it. It's always a very beautiful picture. Yeah. Hi, Karen. Hi, Dio. So every line is giving you two opportunities. Do it in the old ways or find the new ways of dealing with old parents. Actually, not really to deal with the old patterns, but to see through the old patterns and create something new, right? Create something new. Because when I see the new ways in there. You need to create kind of like this stepping stone. Let's say kind of like that picture. There is a, here is the paradise and here is the steps, but they are broken, right? And here is the hell that you're walking through. So you have to create like a one step in there. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Exactly. Well, thank you. It was a great comment. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Keeping it going with this. Later on at 7 o'clock, we are going to have a lot of divine messages. Pay attention on those divine messages. They are going to be absolutely gorgeous. They're going to be very beautiful. We have a lot of interchange yachts there start forming in there. We're going to have some Neptune and Uranus forming a yacht towards the midheaven in there. And we have a yacht that comes from the sun towards the ascendant, and from ascendant goes to Uranus. So all this interchange, exchanges in there. Hi, Nemira. All those divine energies, all of a sudden, they're going to come from the authority. The question is, would you accept the divine energies to come towards you? Are you going to be allowing them to enter your energy field, right? Because during Mercury retrograde, you don't want to be like, right? Especially with right now Venus and Mars, they're squaring and there with the moon. You really don't like that. But that is going to be later on at 8 o'clock. You're going to be looking to the shadow in there. And with seeing it within that shadow, we are going to be able to clear a lot of the things that we need to do. Okay? Currently, the mean Lilith is pretty much the mid of Scorpio. So we are actually kind of like, if you picture it, the middle of Scorpio, the underworld, it's the 15 degrees. We are right here at the 13 degrees right now. So we have some little bit more shadow works to do with that Lilith. As soon as she's crossing at that 15 degrees, we are going to be start climbing up out of it. So I'm not Italian in there, but I have issues with my face, medically wise. All right, 9 o'clock. People who are stubborn, people who has still, don't get it, and they feel this intensity. I don't know, dear, what these energies are, or I don't know what is it going on. I have no idea what this and so on. It is about your emotions. Your emotion is you standing against the things that are going to make you better. They could be emotional, they could be a psychological, they can be a belief system in there. Hi, the highest priestess. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for the subscriber. I like the new subscribers. We're going to be seeing those positions in there that's going to be kind of like a just before bed. We're going to feel like a little bit intensified energies. I suggest you need to go out for a walk, because during at 9 o'clock when the sun goes down, we're going to see a Pluto that's rising in the horizon. If you still have putting your own authority, okay, you're not going to be able to do a lot of other things. But if you take that authority, if you do your work with the truth, you're going to be reaching a very good transformation. Okay? That transformations, if you're working and facing your fears, your illusions, you're going to be able to get into the proper way of the authority. If you're going and suddenly accepting changes, which is Uranus, that's the sudden changes you make, you're going to be going to that transformations. And that it is about those moments, you to understanding if you have an inner fights within yourself, is it worth it to fight? Or you can kind of like calm down for a minute, seek deep within you. It's like, is it worth it to be angry? Or I can see a different ways I can do. Can I be able to go above and beyond that aggravations. And this is going to be the key moment of this energies that comes in and it tells you, yes, you can. All right? But you gotta be open. You cannot just expecting something to come in if you're locking the door, right? You can't be in the hermit mode. Can't have the duality of today I like, tomorrow I don't. Can't be just like, you know what, I have this blocks in my brain, Pisces, right? You gotta be open. All right. 10 o'clock energies is gonna be calmed down, pretty good, pretty okay. You may gonna have some challenges because that is gonna be the oppositions with the moon and squaring the knots, but that is gonna be about you to revise the fears of future. Okay. And at 11 o'clock, which is that's going to be the end of the report for today, which is that's more the time the people are going to bed. We are going to be seeing the ascendant is going to be at the end of, at the very end of Pisces and the very, very, very beginning of Aries. It is about you to starting something new, you to getting into something new, right? Because the old, you already know it. The old, you already experience it, right? It's good. Your ego, in a way, is going to prepare you to put that shield, you to not get hurt anymore, right? You don't want to be hurt anymore. But at the same time, there is this energy is going to be telling you, you can evolve. Okay? All right. So with that energy, what is going to be happen tomorrow in the morning? We are going to be seeing those energies right now. The moon is going to be disengaged with Venus. You're going to be still asking for those energies about what is going on with Mars. But Mars is moving out of the past. He's like, you know what? Enough with this past. I see this fight with the future, but I have to go on. Okay, I need to find my balance. Currently, I'm in I'm in this hermit mode. Okay, and he's at 20 degrees of Virgo, right? So he's kind of like a speeding up, going towards Libra. But with Libra, when he goes in there, we're gonna be start seeing it. What the oppositions with Saturn and Neptune is like. Oh my God, can I be able to remove the illusions? Can I be able to overcome the guilt, the shame? Can I be overcoming what I have to become with others? Okay, because Mars is in Libra. But you have to do the inner work of Saturn and Neptune, which is there in Aries. And now when it's retrograde, that is it about you to think, have you done the proper ways? All right, guys, but for that, we're going to be talking more about tomorrow. Okay? I want to say thank you guys for coming and click like, share, subscribes, and I appreciate your donations as a coffee. And hopefully your journey is doing well. Okay? And come back tomorrow for another astro gravitational report, guys. Much love to you. See you tomorrow.